Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you two selections for tomorrow's racing. But before we get into them, I quickly just want to apologise for not doing a video on here over the last couple of days. I've just been really busy and unfortunately haven't had time to record, so apologies for that. But if you're ever wondering where do I get information about when Chris isn't posting and getting updates about his YouTube channel, make sure you follow me on the socials. I'm available on Twitter, where my handle is at LuckyLoader15, and the same goes for my Instagram as well. But I'm always pretty active on Twitter. I always leave a message for you guys if I'm not going to be able to record on there. And if you actually saw my tweet about yesterday, you might have been able to pick up a winner there with Love Dreams, advertised at 6-1. And in the end, he was able to get the job done for Marco Gianni and Michael Blake. But unfortunately, I'm not able to categorize that in the profit and loss for the YouTube channel, because I only calculate my profit and loss on the tips I've given here. And if you want to see the profit and loss, it's in the description box down below. But anyway, enough of all that. Let's get into the tips for tomorrow's racing. Like I said at the top of the video, two selections, and we're going to be going to Leopardstown for the first one tomorrow, where we go to the 4:15. And I'm going to take a chance here with my nap of the day, Cadillac, for Shane Foley and Jessica Harrington. Currently available at 4-1 with a couple of firms. The likes of Betfair, Paddy Power and Bet Victor were offering that price at the current time recording. Now this horse Cadillac, I've always been a massive fan of this horse. He caught my eye when he won here as a 2-year-old on debut. He was very, very impressive. And he was always a horse that I thought would develop maybe into a Guineas horse the following season. However, things just never seem to click into place with him. He's been abroad a few times during his career. He's been a bit of a jet setter. He's run in America a few times. He was campaigned in France last year. We last saw him in the Bahrain Trophy, where he didn't discredit himself, finishing fifth in that race, and he wasn't far beaten after not getting a clear passage. He's been a bit of an unlucky horse, and I think he could still have a little bit more to offer as a 4-year-old moving forward. He's still in tyre. He hasn't been gelded, so that's interesting. They obviously think that he could still have more improvement to come, and maybe this could be his year. He won fresh last season when he won at the Curragh in a Group 3, so we know he can go well fresh. He's pretty versatile ground rise. I think the track would be up his street tomorrow. Like I say, he's 2 out of 2 at Leopardstown, so that really shouldn't faze him. And he could just get the run race to suit. He's going to have Agitaire, who's probably likely to go forward. I imagine he's just going to track him. He'll be happy to take a lead, and he's got a really impressive turn of foot. And I think he's better than most of these. Radeberg obviously does merit respect after winning the Irish Lincolnshire last time out. But if you look at some of his form with Roger Varian, yes, he was a good horse, but I don't know if he was as good as Cadillac on what we've seen earlier in their career, and he'd really have to improve. Obviously, Cadillac does have to give away the £5, but if this was a handicap, he would only be £1 worse off of the weight. And like I say, I just don't think we ever really saw the true Cadillac last season, and I think they really should have kept him to home waters. I'd like to see how he would have fared over Britain and Irish racing. I just think Cadillac, like I say, I don't think we've got to the bottom of him. Jesse Harrington's team have hit the ground running. They've had quite a few winners over the Irish Flat season already. So yeah, I do think there's quite a lot in his favour tomorrow. I think the race will be run to suit. I think the ground will be fine. I think he's a bit of a big price here, and if he's near his best, I think he should take all the beating at 4-1. I think that's a fair price about him, and I'm quite keen on his chances to get his year off to a flyer. So he's going to be the selection there. We then go to the 8 o'clock at Kempton with my next best of the day with a horse called Usensico. I think that's how you pronounce it, for Jim Crowley and John Butler. Currently available at 6-1. I'm going to recommend a 0.5 each way selection here. Now this horse, Usensico, is a little bit of a course specialist when it comes to Kempton. He's won 6 times at the course, so he knows the place like the back of his hand. But this horse, Usensico, I just think there's a few things in his favour now. He's now down to a mark of 84, which is his last winner mark. And I just think you have to put a run through that race last time out when he finished in 4th place. It actually wasn't a bad run because he was slowly out the gate and he was always up against it. Now, if he can just break away on terms tomorrow and be up there with the pace throughout, I think he's got solid credentials. Jim Crowley's only ever ridden him twice in the past, but one of those occasions he won on him. So he does know the horse and he has got a good relationship with him. John Butler's team haven't been going along too badly either. They've had a few winners over the last couple of weeks, so they're going all right. Draw's fine, track's fine, jockey booking's fine. This isn't a particularly strong race. I think he can reverse form with the likes of Proclaimer and a couple of these from last time out. I just thought there was lots in his favour tomorrow. And at 6-1, I thought that was a fair price. And yeah, I'll be disappointed if he finished out the frame. So that's why I'm going to put him up as my next best of the day at 6-1 with a 0.5 each way selection. So they're the two tips then for tomorrow's racing. Let me know in the comments box below what you're going to be backing tomorrow. If you're still enjoying these videos, remember to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the YouTube channel at LuckyLoads15. Also as well, if you want to follow me on the old socials, once again, I'm available on Twitter and Insta at LuckyLoader15. And that's all I've got to say, so please gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you soon.